Hey, everybody, it's the coach away from kickoff. And we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one, because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Joe Mixon, and an alley to run. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And this. He needed two, he got one, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding Green complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But it'll be second down. 7th-round pick, say, go into training camp just hoping they won't be a casualty. He came out on the good side.
And plenty of them, if they work hard, get an opportunity, they can turn themselves into a heck of a player. One of my favorite 7th-round picks of all time, Marcus Colston. Big-time receiver, coming out of Hofstra, ends up having a heck of an NFL career.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Spartan, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, in his 3rd season now out of Texas Tech. And few players have had the spotlight focused on them quite like Patrick Mahomes. But this is a guy that says he wants that attention. He's okay with a target on his back. We saw how electric he can be in 2018, and he wants to continue that into 2019 and beyond. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
When you look back to 2014, you wonder how running back Damian Williams went undrafted. He's been productive in Miami, been productive in Kansas City, and in 2018, had the highest yards per attempt in his career with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Strong safety Shawn Williams really bounced back from injuries in previous seasons to post one of the best years of his NFL career. 5 interceptions in 2018, led the league in interception return yards, provides great veteran leadership, and some real thump coming from his spot in the secondary.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Set, H, read, 59. Go, baby, return over. Get that ball. Set, go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the jump. 53 is the mark. Hey, check.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Goes.
Oh, nice move. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Mahomes to the former Ram Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. That's complete to Sterling. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. He'll find his receiver. It's Cody Core. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and 15. Another chance for Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's almost guaranteed points the other way, but I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast because they did not cash in for any good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
A first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Henney. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Dalton here from the gun. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. Throwing, Dalton, got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dalton gives to Bernard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, what?
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The toss play. This is high. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now hitting. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw, and Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. We'll be right back.
Set. 8. Read. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 15. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harold Jones-Corte, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've created a major... Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on second down. Henny, his throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Henny, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at about the 28. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Byron Pringle, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A good pickup there, a 22. Kenny now, just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 39. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 25 yards that time. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And out come the Chiefs now. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. They'll look to throw here.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. Complete here. It's Hyde.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good. Yeah,
Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 3 games on this Saturday night to wrap up this first week of the 2019 preseason. Apart from our game, we've got the Rams and Raiders also at halftime in Oakland, and just underway in Santa Clara, it's the Cowboys and the 49ers. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Henning firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now
as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
they'll run on first down. Mixon, and an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3